Hello and welcome to episode 64 of the Bodcast. We are here to talk about Lego and we have Carrie.
Yay!
And Ian.
Boo. Sorry, I could not. I'm so sorry. I love you.
So rude. Anyway, this week's topic is why don't girls Lego?
Why don't girls Lego?
That's what you told me the topic was. I'm not sure I like the use of Lego as a verb.
Yeah, and I also think people need to hear what you said when I said why don't girls Lego. You went because they're too clingy, which is a silly dad pun.
Oh, it was amazing.
It did make me giggle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we touched on it last week, didn't we? We were talking about Lego ideas and how many.
I don't remember last week.
Well, we were talking about something about females in Lego ideas, and I was going to go look and see how many Lego ideas projects were done by females.
Yes.
And you said, don't do that now. And I said, okay. So we're doing it now.
Yes, okay, that's how it came about. I vaguely remember this stuff.
So I've been back, so we'll start with the stats, shall we? I've been back through all the Lego Ideas projects, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, there's some names there that I cannot 100% be sure of, because they're not English people, so I don't know the names, and I couldn't find for sure, but I'm pretty sure that out of 49 sets that they've made, 6 of those sets have had a female designer. One was like a co-designer, and 2 of those sets were the same female. So there's only 5 females involved.
Yeah.
So that's like 10%.
Yeah. So I went on the Lego Ideas blog. They do 10k interviews. I don't really understand how it works in terms of who they interview. So I don't know if it's everyone gets offered an interview and some people decline.
I thought everyone that gets to 10k does an interview.
No, I've looked through and they've started putting interviews for the latest round and there aren't interviews for everyone in the previous round.
Oh, weird.
So, yeah, it could just be that it takes them a while and for some reason, you've got to schedule timing and stuff, but you'd have thought by now you'd do it. But from that, there were 39 interviews, which covered 40 submissions, because one person had submitted 2 in the same round.
Up against themselves, always fine.
And there were 40 men and 3 women. Now that's mainly determined by pronouns used during the interviews. Failing that, it's based on pictures. In one case, I had to resort to the sig fig they use on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, it may not be accurate. Definitely in some cases, there's at least one of the female ones lists their pronouns as they, them, or she, her. So,
right.
So yeah, trying to work out.
That's a lot of pronouns to have. They, them, she, her.
Well, they're just saying they don't mind being referred to as they, them, I think.
Yeah, well, that's a very generic one that you can use for everyone, right?
But some people get offended by being referred to.
This is why
people get offended in all
This
different
is why it's
ways.
good for people to list them so that you can't offend people.
Yes.
Or you can't unknowingly offend people. No, that sounds like I'm trying to offend people. I don't mean that. You can make more of an effort not to offend people.
Yes.
You're still going to have the moments where you fail completely because I've done that in the past.
Yeah.
But at least you got the chance of getting it right.
Yes.
Intentionally. Yeah.
So 3 women out of 43 designers.
So that's less than 10%.
Yeah.
It's not good, is it?
Yeah, so even if you thought, more women are getting into Lego, it's improving, they're pushing for it, and Ideas has been running for a long time, so you'd expect the early ones to be done by men. The data doesn't suggest...
There's not an upward trend.
No.
No.
I mean, of course, some of these ideas do take years to get through, and so it could be that there's a glut of designs by women that will be making their way through in the next few review cycles, but I don't think that's the case.
Do you think it's that, not that we're not making mocks and projects and things, but we just don't have the ambition and the desire to push it through a programme? We just do it for ourselves, maybe?
I don't know.
Because having been in the corporate world, you always see men are more confident at pushing themselves forward.
That is listed as a trait for successful men.
Yeah, and you don't get that as often from females. They will they'll do great jobs, but they won't push that to other people. Look what I'm doing.
Yes.
Give me a promotion because of it. Like, we don't
Yeah,
promote
it's
ourselves very
often
well.
stated that women who do that are looked upon negatively.
Yeah, so we don't do it because
So therefore,
we're damned if
almost,
we do and damned if we don't. Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that we know that the majority of people buying Lego are male. And it could be that the majority of people voting in Lego Ideas are also male. And therefore...
they're picking the male
Yeah.
based. I don't think it's as to the point where people are going, oh, let me go and see what gender the person who designed this is.
No.
But as in, the sets that have been designed by males would probably appeal more to males, and therefore that's how it works. Okay.
So one of the interviews was the library.
The library.
Yeah.
Oh, like a modular one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was done by, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Dong Min Sean.
Show me where you're reading that from. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. And obviously, what we know from Beauty and the Beast is that women can read and men can't, so therefore men are less likely to vote on the library.
Now, I don't think that's what Beauty and the Beast told us.
It's
in
not.
fact, we were talking about this the other day, that in Beauty and the Beast, the songs imply that they've been changed into characters for at least 10 years.
Yes.
And that he was... how old when he was cursed? Or no, how old is he?
So it's meant to be his 21st year. It was when the curse ends. So
you...
therefore he was cursed when he was 12, which is harsh.
Maybe he hadn't actually learnt to read yet. I don't think it's that because he's a male he doesn't know how to read.
No, so the Beast specifically, well, I don't know why we're talking about Beauty and the Beast so much, but no, he specifically states that he did know how to read, but he hasn't read in a long time and has forgotten.
Oh, okay. Or maybe he's got wolfy eyes that don't read well. Maybe it's hard to focus.
No, so Belle gives him a refresher course and he starts reading again.
Right, okay.
Whereas Gaston just thinks that
Gaston's an idiot.
you can't read stuff, you can only look at pictures.
Yeah. He's not the best role model.
Is he not?
No. Anyway, moving on.
So the other projects you've got, so Hocus Pocus, one that was chosen.
Yeah,
that was done by Amber Veet.
Fate.
And then Avatar: The Last Airbender by Kai E.
So those are your three?
Those are the three.
Okay. So of the ones that the actual Lego ideas, so you've got the Hocus Pocus, you've got the Research Institute and the Women of NASA.
Right.
So those ones you look at and you think, actually, I can see that why those. Then the one who did the Research Institute also did the Big Bang Theory set. And there's two more. What are the other two? Sonic the Hedgehog was one.
Okay.
And a space one. I think the Saturn V had a female co-designer.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have picked Sonic the Hedgehog to be specifically female type.
As I said, the three that I looked at, they're not... If you went, these are the sets, or these are the submissions, guess which three were done by women, I don't think you'd have gone, those are the three. Hocus Pocus, maybe you'd have guessed that.
I mean...
But, I don't think there's any obvious...
How do you determine what a girly submission is?
Well, no, that's it. I was trying to work out, is there anything, and you'd go, that's not going to have got in because it is a girly project or something. I don't know. But you've got, you've got sets like the orchids, you've got the other plant stuff. So gardening and plants are often very associated with women, but those were both done by men. So I don't think there was any obvious...
Well, that's a good thing, right?
But these are the ones that got through.
Yeah. Oh, so if we look at all the ones that are ever designed...
Yeah.
That would take us a lot longer to research.
That would take us a lot longer.
Yeah.
I don't know how many submissions they get, whether you could do the submissions in the last week.
Yeah. Are you allowed to submit stuff that has mini dolls?
I assume so.
I wonder if that's actually a thing.
I can't see why they wouldn't allow mini dolls in there.
Now, knowing the Lego Ideas site, there will not be an obvious way to search for the ones that have been submitted in the last week.
No, of course there won't. That'd be too easy.
Yeah. There's no rhyme or reason to this at all.
No.
Explore, product idea, filters, sort by, newest. Here you go.
Ooh.
I don't know. Who would have thunk it? So I'm going to look and see if I can see something that I think looks girly.
Okay.
Whoa, the pink roofed house. That's kind of girly. It's pink. This is terrible, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that now? Do we think that's a female? How do we know? We can't. How will we work it out? Because at no point will we.
Yeah, it's virtually impossible.
I mean, I've no idea how you can tell girly Lego.
No, I don't think there really is such a thing as girly Lego. So So
Well, people would say Friends stuff is girly Lego.
yeah, some people
So many
will.
people will say it's girly Lego and that they won't buy it because it's girly Lego.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are missing out on such awesome pieces and colours.
No, there's pretty much no way to tell, because looking at someone's profile, all you really get to see is
What they've done.
yeah.
There's no gender button, as they should be.
But there's no like about you,
Yeah.
where you can write a short biography and link to stuff or anything like that. But so, have you found any recent submissions with mini dolls?
No, I mean I only scrolled one page, so
That's a shocking lack of stamina. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, so I've scrolled for a while and I can't find any submissions showing mini dolls.
So I put mini doll in the search, and there's the Lego Friends Heart Lake City Library from last year. Not done very well. That's the only one that comes up.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Wow. So is this part of the problem? That the themes that are intended to get girls into Lego are mini doll based, and then a lot of the community still refuse to accept that mini dolls exist.
Yeah. It kind of feels like you have to go away from the thing that you've got into Lego by in order to get further in Lego.
Yeah.
You can't continue to like mini dolls if you want to be able to do a Lego idea submission. You can't make girly Lego. I mean, it's stupid. Saying girly Lego is making me annoyed with myself.
Yes, I know. It's a silly
It's
thing to
really
say.
irritating me. But there's no way you should be able to tell the gender of someone by looking at a Lego project.
No.
But we still want to work out how we can get more people, more females doing Lego ideas.
Yeah.
Because variety makes for better options. So it's not that we want to see more girly ideas. We want more representation.
Yes.
Just to get the variety.
Yeah, it's like if there were. So what I got from looking through it is that the submissions are coming from all over the world.
Yeah.
If they were only coming from the US, then you'd be trying to look at how you get other people involved, because you don't just want ideas coming from America.
Yeah.
You want
So if they've managed to get the geographical representation, what are they doing at Lego Ideas to try and get the other representations? So showing everyone designing stuff.
Yeah. I did find, I think one of them was entered by a 16-year-old. So, they've got young people.
Is there an age?
I don't know. I would have actually thought you had to be over 18 due to contractual laws. But it could be that it's technically done by their guardian.
Right.
But they still interview the designer kind of thing. I don't know.
Okay. I'm sure before I've looked at
Yeah, I've seen the
says.
rules,
Yeah.
and it's like these are the themes that you can and can't do, and piece counts and all that.
You have to be at least 13 years old to have a Lego Ideas account. Lego Ideas is specifically designed for our older builders. This is both to promote a quality experience for our community of teen and adult members and to comply with our child's safety. Yeah, if you're between 13 and 18, you need consent from your parent or legal guardian if we decide to produce your idea.
It's interesting because it says, please do not create accounts for or submit product ideas on behalf of children under 13. Wasn't Winnie the Pooh done by a guy and his quite young children? So at what point does it become...
Well, was it not just by him?
I don't know.
At what point did your children looking at something you're doing and saying, "Oh, that looks good, Daddy," become input and not just support?
So I guess the other dimension to head in is race.
Yeah.
So looking at it, as I said, you've got submissions coming in from all over the world, but I did find it interesting that as you were looking through those pages, the Lego Ideas has quotes from the designers, and they've picked 3 all look fairly middle-aged white guys.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, so maybe they could do with actually highlighting a bit more diversity.
I guess when you come to that though, you always get the other side of the argument is, why should you pick an idea based on who designed it as opposed to the merit of the idea?
Yeah.
So
but they've shown 3 past ideas, a small quote from the designer and a picture of them holding the set.
Yeah.
Those aren't the best ideas or the most recent ideas. They've picked them for some reason.
Yeah, maybe because they said yes.
And I think picking them to show the diversity of winners would be a good reason for picking them.
So picking a set based purely on who designed it so that you can tick a box to say you have a representation across.
Yeah, that's not
That's
what you
not,
want.
no.
What
But
you
you
want
to
is
get
to
the
show...
representation in the submissions
Yeah.
so that you can have those winners. You can get the best of everyone.
Yeah.
And naturally have a representation because everyone is represented.
Yes.
And therefore, occasionally those people will have the best ideas, and occasionally those people will have the best ideas. Yeah. That's the natural way of doing it. But yeah, it's tricky. I don't feel like a confident person to create something and put it on Lego Ideas. But I don't think that's because of my gender. Like, I'm not feeling held back by the fact that I'm a female. I feel held back by the fact that I've never really built anything and don't know how to build Lego.
Don't know how to build Lego. You spend a lot of time doing it.
Unless there's instructions, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's a natural thing or not a natural thing, but that's not something that I've practiced enough to be good at.
Right.
So I don't think it's because I'm a female. But do you think that others may be like, oh, I can't compete because there's all these other people, like, this is not my world to be in? Do you think it ever feels like that?
I don't know, or is it they don't get the experience because they don't feel included? Like, we've been out on one of the AFOL days, we went out with people from a Lego Facebook group, and I can't remember how many of us there were, but you were the only female there.
Yep.
We've done a couple of, like, virtual lug meetings where it was, again, were you the only woman there?
Yeah, the thing I find also when you go to these things is the number of times you hear the men around you go, oh, don't tell the wife about what I bought. Like, the lack of, like, joint hobbies. But you see a lot of Lego couples. I think it is quite common, but I find it frustrating the ones that aren't lucky enough to have a partner who likes it. Just assume everyone's the same.
Yes.
And that no female, like, just because your female doesn't like Lego doesn't mean it's not a female hobby. I find that really irritating. Like, your experience doesn't make the whole world's experience.
Yes.
So that's annoying. There isn't as many females.
No.
But I think there seems quite a few when you go to shows and things. But are they just being dragged along by their partners against their will?
Against their will.
Now I'm saying now I'm doing it.
You mean women walking around looking at stuff, or women exhibiting?
Behind the scenes.
I don't know. Sellers, I would say you get quite a mix, but I don't know if that's because they're trying to make money off it as a couple. It needs, it's more than one person can do kind of thing. Yeah. The exhibitors themselves, I would still say, are predominantly male.
I don't go to a show and think I'm the only female here.
No.
I don't feel... I guess I'm not really the kind of person who looks around to see if I'm represented because I don't really care. Like, if I'm enjoying myself, I'm enjoying myself.
Yes.
I don't... and also, to be honest, I'm not the girliest of girls, so I don't really look for females as companions, and I don't look round for the support of females because I don't feel I need it. So maybe I'm not the best person to view that.
Maybe not.
Maybe you're looking more at the females than I am. I have a feeling that might be the case.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that you like to look at females. I mean, your face says yes. Like, I'm not going to say anything because it will be on the podcast, but I can see your face going, yes, I do like to look at females, Carrie.
But if I was going to go somewhere to look at women, Lego convention wouldn't be my first choice.
Right, but what are you saying about females that like Lego?
I'm just saying that I think there are places where there'd be a higher percentage of women.
Yes, I think there would be.
So.
But that's why I'm saying you probably notice more because you are more aware of females about you.
Okay.
Because you're constantly looking for an upgrade. Whereas I don't need to upgrade myself because I'm quite happy with myself.
Okay.
This is weird.
This has gone really weird.
What can they do? Do we care? I think we should care, but I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah.
It's always a hard problem to fix.
As we said, you don't want people to be choosing the voting on Lego ideas sets based on gender. You're using the fact that you've got very low number of women in there. That's a sign that women aren't involved, not a we should vote for women because that'll fix things, because it won't. You need to increase how many women are getting into Lego, how many women are getting into mocking, how many are getting into Lego ideas.
Yeah. So as a female myself, who is in the Lego sphere, should I be doing more to make it clear that I'm a female on like my videos, apart from my voice? I don't know. Do I have a female voice?
You have a female voice.
A female voice? That was my non-female voice. Should I be showing myself more in videos to say, look, I'm a female and I'm having fun with.
You've got your sig fig on there.
Yeah. Should I make more of a thing about the fact that I'm a female and
I don't know.
a Lego hobby of mainly males, or should I just get on and enjoy myself?
I think mainly get on and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. But is it wrong to not go, look, girls can do this too? Or is that just making a show of something for the sake of making a show of something?
I think it depends on the environment. You know, because I know Emmasaurus was it the New York Times? There's a piece, and so that's the place where you talk about it and you try and encourage more girls into the hobby.
Yeah.
On a YouTube video, I think you're better off trying to normalise it rather than make a show about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that if you keep going on, look, I'm a girl and I'm in Lego, you're essentially highlighting the fact that that's not normal and making a big deal out of it. But I think it's really good to see representation.
Yeah.
And for girls who are into Lego to go, well, actually, if they're still doing it and they're like, however old I am, then it's okay, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think also we're doing our job by very much encouraging our children of the female variety, of which we only have.
Yeah, we only have.
It's the weirdest way of saying
it. It was, yeah. It sounds like, we've got a son somewhere who go, no, you're not allowed to play with Lego.
You've got to even it out. Stop it. No, as in we have Lego available for them to play with, so we're not blocking their entry to it.
No.
So I think we're helping shift the balance or something.
Very slightly.
Yeah.
Do we think it's going to get better?
No.
Okay.
Oh man, I wish I hadn't said that. But that's the thing. You talk about it, you want it to get better, but you genuinely don't believe it ever will.
Yeah.
So how can you fix that?
I don't know. I mean, Friends has now been running for a decade, trying to get girls involved. Based on what we've seen, it doesn't seem to be helping. No. I don't know, because if you assume Friends, we'll say aimed 6 to 8, therefore those who were introduced at the start of it now 16 to 18, so they're a bit on the young age for Lego Ideas. As I said, there was a 16-year-old, but most of them are 20s or 30s.
Yeah, so I guess...
So maybe we'll start to see it coming
an influx is going to come, and we're too soon.
Maybe.
I guess we just keep pushing the Lego to all of the children.
Yeah.
On an equal basis. Everyone should have the opportunity.
Yeah. And
see how it goes. And to just grow as ourselves as well. I'm going to get more into mocking.
Are you?
I'm going to try.
Okay. Should be fun.
Yeah. I'm going to build a thing. And then you're going to go, wow, look at that thing you built, Carrie.
I don't think that's suitable for taking to a show.
I'm not going to build a thing. I'm going to build something. Wow, you're so wrong. Moving on. Do you want to wrap this up, Ian, as it's your turn?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So, if you have any thoughts on why women, girls, females don't Lego, then let us know.
Yeah, and what do you think that they can do, or we can do, to make them Lego? That sounds...
To encourage them to Lego.
To encourage them to Lego, yeah.
Or maybe more specifically, encourage them to mock.
Yeah. Why does it matter, though?
I don't know.
Like, why can't they just Lego?
Because we've said, the more diverse audience you've got going in, the more diverse the set of ideas is coming out.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can catch this on many, many places, of which I know nothing about, but like Spotify and
iTunes.
Apple Music-y thingamabobs.
YouTube Music is the thing. No.
But in all cases, there should be a link somewhere to the playlist to get all of them. You will be able to find us on Instagram at the Bods.
Wow, this is a long-winded episode end.
I'm sorry, I'm watching you pick up glitter off the floor while doing it. It's interesting.
How is this the floor? This is a table.
Shush.
What is wrong with you?
Close enough.
Look, if you're going to say weird things, I'm going to point them out. Oh no, it's in my hair. Glitter!
I can't believe you tipped out glitter during recording of an episode. But
yeah, especially one about females and how I'm not girly.
Yeah.
Here I am with glitter.
Yes. So, as I said, any thoughts, stick them in the comments below. Contact us on Instagram if you're not watching this on YouTube, or in however those sites let you put feedback in. You're just making a bigger mess.
Just waiting for you to stop babbling and end the episode.
No, I'm going to keep going.
Well, I'm going to edit it all out.
Okay. And we will see you again next week. Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was long. That's what she said. I'm going to edit that out. Ow, ow. What did you just do?
You deserved a headbutt.